One of the things about Melvin is when you learn about what he's been through, it's actually very sad. It's the kind of story people write in books or go to the movies to see, and you leave with a tear in your eye and a heaviness in your heart. What I learned from Melvin most of all is this: kindness and forgiveness. Melvin never holds a grudge. He's so willing to live life and take what's there and not dwell on what has happened to him. I learned a lot from that kid.
Honestly, I'm just glad that I'm here. Not many kids would say they're grateful for surviving something like that. I mean, like I said, like anything could happen.
I want to make them make sure. You. I told them.
When we talk about the Civil War in Liberia, we're really talking about literally dozens of groups rallying around various different warlords. Really, the entire country degenerates into chaos. Somewhere north of 400,000, some people will say up to 750,000 people die. Probably close to that many are displaced either internally or abroad.
You could not identify who was who. They were not uniform to say, oh, this person belongs to this group, or this person belongs to this group. So it was all Liberian, just killing each other for no reason.
Child soldiers are very prominent in the Liberian Civil War, and they are actively recruited by warlords. Some of the ways in which violence is carried out are often quite brutal. Efforts to come in and literally burn down entire villages. A forced rape, and by some estimates during the war, somewhere north of 75% of women were raped.
You walk in the street of Monrovia, any part of Liberia, you see bodies all over the street, and nobody doing anything. The leadership was disorganized, nobody to give accountability of what is going on in the country.
The war drove them apart. My dad went another way, my mom did, and they both just lost each other.
I moved to another area of the country. I didn't have a chance to see Melvin until after 2 years. I saw him on 2 occasions. Then I was lucky to get a job with the United Nations. I started preparing to actually leave the country because it was not too safe. It was a very difficult moment for me. It was hard. Not only Melvin alone, but relatives, friends, brothers, sisters, and leaving everybody and coming into a country that you don't even know anybody here. It was a difficult situation to do. But I wanted to do something that would be able to benefit everybody. So I took that chance.
Did you fear for Melvin's life?
It was my greatest fear.
One of the crazy moments I can remember clearly is we were running away and we got in this warehouse. We like, okay, we thought nobody was gonna penetrate through there. I was sleeping at night and then I woke up, opened my eyes. There were these soldiers over my head with guns, pointing at family members and kids. It was terrible.
When I came back, I couldn't just say, oh, you gotta come over here. It took time. It took about 3-4 years. When I got approved, I sent that document back to the country.
Conversation my mom and I had, she said, he's trying to send for you. My whole mindset was okay, that's good. I'm ready, we can go. Then she no, not us, just you. Then that whole conversation changed again. No, I'm not leaving without you. My mother mean the world to me. Those 8 years in Liberia, I learned so much from my mother. She didn't want me to just stay in a country where like I couldn't really help myself. My dad finally got everything set up. Me and my mother going to the airport. Then time to get on the flight, talking to my mom, looked at her, didn't want to leave her. I like ran off. Come back the next day, another flight, but this time I went to her like, you gonna come? She's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I'm coming this time, I'm coming with you. We like sat down, took a family picture. That's the only picture I had of my mom. After we took the picture, she got up and gave me a hug. Then she like, be safe. Like, I know you're gonna do good things up there, but I want you to promise me something. I like, what? She like, when you land in the US, do not ever forget about me. And my reply was, I would never ever forget about you. All right, let's go. Time to get on the plane. Hurry up and go get your seat first. So I thought my mom was coming with me. And I turned around. She wasn't with me. And next thing I looked, this plane was taking off. That moment I saw that flight in the air and my mother wasn't with me, I felt this sharp pain in my chest. Like something telling me like, this is gonna take a while before I see her again. When I came up here and started going to school, kids made fun of my accent, you know? I mean, I didn't like that.
I told you, look, you don't fight here. This is a civilized country. Fighting would not solve the problem. Yeah, I ain't gonna take it and put it into something great.
One day, my counselor, he was like, you should really try this game.